Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Yuan. I'm in charge of our network transformation in Huawei. So it's my honor to be here to share some of Huawei's experiences and our practices, help the global operators to make those network transformation. So to be frank, the OCloud architecture, OCloud transformation is not only a challenge for the carrier, but also for all the vendors. For Huawei, we during the last 6 to 7 years, we've been invested a lot in this field. So been working very hard, trying to help all our customers to make a smooth migration to the OCloud transformation. Okay, so first from OIP to OCloud. So when we look back, we think the last 10 years will be the time from the TDM to the OIP. We believe the next 10 years will be the year from the OIP to OCloud. So in the future, so all the equipment, all the operations and digital services will be in cloud architecture. We all know that benefits of the cloud can bring, architecture can bring to the carriers, so can give the carrier agility for those operations, and also introduce more new digital services. The most important, the quick response to the customer requirements, because we believe that based on the cloud architecture, the softwares will be more frequently optimized compared with the legacy system. So in that case, you don't need to wait for another version just in case, to introduce one features. So that's from OIP to OCloud. So for Huawei, we think if you consider all the cloud transformations, there's 3 key philosophies you need to consider. So first, hardware resource pool. So we think that the hardware should be shared as much as possible. Not only the DC facilities, but also the network resources, which by introducing the SDN technology, and the most important, access part could also be shared. So this year's Barcelona for Huawei, we launched their innovative Cloud Air solutions, which gave the carriers capabilities to share the spectrums to powers as well as the channels, the first time in the industry. The second is make the operation more automatic. So we think the operation in the OCloud architecture will be totally different from the operation in the legacy system. So based on hundreds of our NFV projects being delivered by Huawei, we learn a lot from those projects. So we invest a lot to those operation tools. So we believe that will help the carriers to make the self-deploying, self-hearing, self-optimization of the network come to reality. The third one is that we think the software should also be distributed-based architecture. So we believe that virtualization is not enough for the carriers. So probably it's time to consider how to move the NFV to NFC, which is cloud native, which we need to introduce more cloud native based features like the microservices, the elastic scale-in, scale-out, and the stateless design, all these features to this software architecture design. Okay, so these pictures that we are going to show you that the future architecture of a network. I think so. The future network architecture will be totally based on DC architecture. So physically, those kinds of DCs could be distributed, but logically it could be maintained as one DC. So in that case, we largely reduce the OPEX cost and also increase the efficiency of all those resources. And also all those DC being connected by the SDN technology, And I think in principle, all the continuing plane equipment we have today will be put into the cloud DCs because latency is not a problem. So it should be shared as much as possible. And also for all the user planes equipment we are having today, probably sometimes we still consider to put into the HDC because user experience is very important, more closer to the end users. The better experience the end user can get from this. And also for the access part, most of them will also be cloudified, like the Cloud Air solution I gave you as an example. So here is Huawei's cloud solutions we can provide to the industry. So I remember about 6 years ago for Huawei, we launched the Softcom strategy. So the goal of Softcom is to help global customers to accelerate the digital transformation. digital transformation. So year by year, we invest in this NFV SDN demand. And also, so here we can provide all those cloud solutions to our customers, from the cloud access to the module and the backbone cloud, and also cloud network. And also some of the solutions for the vertical industry, like cloud EPN and ECLT. So I think up to now for Huawei, we have around probably 7,000 to 8,000 engineers working in this NFV and SDN domain. We are trying to help our customers to make a smooth migration to the future OCloud architecture. So up to now, we have we already won 260 NFV project, and I think you can see that probably all the elements, all the equipment of the cloud network already being cloudified. And also for the SDN, we won more than 300 projects globally. And then we have the cloud campus, which is cloud-based management for the campus equipment. And also we have the cloud EPN, which includes the cloud VPN and SD-WAN for the enterprise market, and also the DCN and DCI solutions. So we think there's also other some more important issues we need to consider when you consider how to move to the OCloud architecture. So the first one is the primary system integration. So we all know the benefits of the cloud architecture can bring to our customers, But the first we have to solve the problem first, okay? So because we all know that obviously. System integration is much more complex than the legacy system, because this time we have many interfaces. We have the vertical integrations among the multiple vendors. We have to consider how to migrate from the services from the legacy system to the cloud system smoothly. So just like I mentioned, we learn a lot from the hundreds of projects being delivered to the market. So I think the key to this issue is that we need some of the powerful integration tools. So Huawei invests a lot for this kinds of tools, from the designing phase to the deployment to the migration, and also well as for the test. Because last month in Hong Kong, we launched our first test as a service. Because we all know that based on the cloud architecture, the software will be more frequently optimized. But imagine if you still use the traditional way to test those software, it will be disaster for those cloud architecture. So we have our ways, our tools to help the carriers to make the test as a service, to make it more efficient, to make it more precisely. So that's the case for the primary system integration, which we think is very important for all the carriers when you consider how to move from today to the OCloud architecture. Okay, the second, security is always very crucial to the OCloud network, because we know that when you move everything to the cloud, so that means that the network will be more easy to be attacked by the outside. By the outside, you can see all the potential attacks from outside. So when you design your network for each of the element of the solutions, like NFVO, SDN, NFVI, all of this you need to consider the security issues, how to protect the network from attacking. And the most important, you have to consider all these security issues, not only from the component point aspect, but also from the end-to-end aspect. The like intelligent threat analysis centers, those kinds of solutions can protect your network from attacking. And also, we have for Huawei, we fully understand the openness, the importance of the openness for all our customers, So we put lots of focus for this openness. So first, that's open architecture. So for all the NFV infrastructure we provide to our customers, all fully OpenStack-based architecture. And also for Huawei, we actively participate in all the open source communities, and we play a very important role in those all kinds of open source communities. And of course, we make a great contribution to those open source community. And also, you can see here that we've been selected by, being chosen by all kinds of open source community as platinum members for the OpenFV, for the OpenStack, and also for the ONAP as a golden members for all of this. And also the third one is the open interconnection. So during the last 6 to 7 years, the Huawei, we invest a lot for those open labs. For open labs, so we have already invested, I guess, I think that more than $60 million to set up more than 10 open labs globally. So we have 3 open labs in China, one in Shenzhen, one in Xi'an, and one in Beijing. And also we have our open labs here in Germany. So I think the goal of those open labs is going to make those integrations more smoothly, to make some of the pre-integrations among all the multi-vendor environment. We believe that will be the key to the success of the carrier's OCloud transformation. And the final one is the open certification. I think in Huawei we have our own programs to issue all the certificate to our partners, global partner. We already issues tens of certifications to our global partners to make sure that their equipment could work seamlessly with Huawei's equipment. Okay, so here's that's my introduction for all the OCloud strategy of the Huawei. So how we can help our customers to make a smooth migration to those OCloud transformation. So here's some of our takeaways. So I would like to give some summarization. The first, we all need to embrace all the cloudification of this network transformation. And the third one is primary system integration is the key to the success of the OCloud transformation. So for all the carriers, we think you be very careful to choose the partners to be your system integrator, because we know that the older system integrator at least has the knowledge not only for the CT services, but also for the IT demand. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for them to help you to accomplish this integration. So luckily, for Huawei, we've been selected by global leading operators as a system integrator globally. And I think we've just been selected by STC in the Middle East to be a strategic partner to provide those primary system integration service to their 2020 network transformation project. And also the third one is that security is always very important. We not only need to consider it from the components point of view, but also most important, you need to consider from the end-to-end aspect. The fourth one is the open cooperation is very important. So for Huawei, we would like to cooperate with all the global operators as well as other global partners to work together in order to make sure our customers make a smooth migration to the future OCloud architecture. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.